Shalom Aleichem, this is Rabbi Kovacs. Mishnah continues for Chaf Tevet. In America, they're rolling over into a new year, and we are rolling into chapter 2 of Ketubot. Ha'isha shenit armala o shenit garsha, a woman who is nebuch became widowed or became divorced. He omeret, and she's claiming betula nisatani. When I was originally married, I was a betula, and therefore I'm entitled to 200 zuz payment for the ketuvah. The hu omer, and the man says, so that's in a case of divorce, and the man's still alive, or perhaps it's his heirs if he's not there. Loichi, it's not true. Ela almana nisotich. It's rather, I married you as already an almana. You're already an almana, and your entitlement was only to 100 zuz. Now, the interesting thing here is, why don't they get out the ketuvah, the written document of marriage? So the Gemara discusses that it wasn't always absolutely required in all places to write it up, and even in those places where it was not the custom to write a ketuvah, even though that has really become the universal custom for all areas of Judaism all over the planet. But there were, 2,000 years ago, there was, some odd local customs. Even in those places, there was still a tanai, a condition of marriage, was that even without a written document, a betula would collect 200 and an almana would collect 100. So how can we try to determine, how would the court try to determine her financial entitlement in this case? Im yesh edim, if there are witnesses, sheyotzta, that she went out of her father's house, behinuma, with a bridal canopy. It's like a special kind of veil or a special kind of chair that they would, escort her into the wedding hall. Varosha perua, and her hair was uncovered. She had not been married before, so she had her hair uncovered, as the custom among Jewish women was to cover their hair after they were married. Ketubot matayim. Then her ketuvah is 200. This is enough proof that she was a betula when she was married, and she collected 200 even without her paperwork. Rabbi Yochanan ben Baroka Omer of Chiliv Klayot Raya. He adds, even the giving out or throwing of klayot is a proof. Now, klayot is like parched grains. It sounds a lot like it's popcorn. It's like throwing candy or throwing rice, they do sometimes. So this throwing of like popcorn equivalent sweet grains at the bride and groom was only done for betula. So that would also be proof, if you had witnesses to this fact, that she was married as a betula and entitled to 200 zuz. Let's go on to Mishnah Bet. Modeh Rabbi Yeshua. Rabbi Yeshua agrees. Now this is in contrast to the last chapter. Rabbi Yeshua was machmir. Rabbi Yeshua did not usually believe what the woman was claiming. If she claimed she had a relationship with a certain man, she was pregnant from a certain man, he didn't always believe her, whereas the other sages did. But here he agrees that we believe her. But Omer lechavero, one says to his friend, Sodezo, this field, shel avicha haita. It was originally your father's field. Ulkachticha hemenu. I bought it from your father. Shu neman. In that case, we believe such a claim. Why? Shepei she'asur hu apei shehitter. Literally the mouth that forbade is the mouth that allowed. Meaning, we didn't know anything about this field. This was just, Ruvain was sitting on this field, and until Ruvain told Shimon, hey, Shimon, this used to be your father's field. I bought it from him 10 years ago. So Shimon wouldn't have known anything about that field, that it used to be in the family, until Reuven told him. So because Reuven told him, Reuven is believed to tell him, yeah, I bought it from him fair and square. Now, in comparison to the first chapter, the cases where Rabbi Yoshua does not believe the woman, it's, if she shows up pregnant, or they saw that she was alone with a certain man, or the husband is making a claim and she's agreeing that she lacks the betulim. So then, the facts on the ground are not being established by her. She's just giving a counterclaim. Here it's the facts, the basic facts are being established by the same person who's saying, yeah, I bought it from him, so now it's mine. And the Mishnah continues, but if there are independent witnesses, shehi shel aviv, that it belonged to the father, and he says, yeah, but I bought it from him, eino neman. We don't believe him unless, of course, he has a deed, he has some paperwork, or he has witnesses to the transaction. So we're going to see this concept of hapesha asur, hapesha hitter. It's a powerful concept in halacha, and it allows us to believe people, to give details of information that we only know through that source. Yesher koach, sei gesund.